Welcome back, family. This is Patrick Robertson here at Momentous Building, and today we are installing cabinets, and I want to show you how we install cabinets on our job site. Alright, so these cabinets are prefabricated cabinets, so they were delivered, assembled, and ready to go. We like using these cabinets on more, budget jobs. They're great quality, solid wood, half-inch panels, really good quality, but they're not custom. Stock sizes, these different things, and allows us to provide different values on jobs. This one fit those needs where we can provide a great quality, great service, and stay within the budget of the owner. So that's what we're doing here today. Okay, first step, we always start with unboxing everything, checking it, making sure there's no damage to the actual cabinets. Sometimes the cabinet will have some damage to the drawers, maybe it's to a shelf or even to the finish. We want to minimize those. The cabinet maker will actually work with us, give us some credits, get us a new cabinet, do what needs to get done. Then from there, we actually lay the kitchen out in place with the drawings to make sure that everything is perfect, line up our installers with the actual design team to make sure that everyone's on the same page on where we're going. Step 3, we walk through the space. Then we actually talk about where these cabinets are going, what the plan of attack is, maybe double checking measurements, going from there. That's about the first 3 hours of the day. From there, we actually start to rip through this and installing the cabinets, bringing them into place, setting them. Step 4 is we actually set these cabinets into place, make sure, get all the spacings right, cut all the filler strips, and go from there. We start with the wall cabinets, screwing them into the walls, snapping the chalk lines, making sure that these things are going in perfectly level, and screwing them to the studs to make sure that they're durable, in place, and they're never gonna fall off. After we get our wall cabinets up there, then we're gonna go into our base cabinets. We balance them, we shim it. Sometimes the floors aren't perfectly level, so we level out the cabinets perfectly, so that way the countertop sits on a perfectly smooth, level surface, and that it can be adhered to the base cabinets properly. That's a basic installation. The last step is we fix the drawers and doors to make sure they're fully leveled and balanced. The final step is actually installing the hardware for the cabinets themselves. At this point, the kitchen is fully done and ready to go. I'm gonna show you some videos of actually how we tackle this entire thing. Alright, so what we're looking at right now is in the garage, we had plenty of space to lay out all the cabinets. We put all the base cabinets together, we laid out the wall cabinets together, where the refrigerator is going. This allows our installation team to really see where this kitchen is going and how it's going to lay out before we actually install it, screw it into place in the finished kitchen itself. Alright, so this is what our kitchen looks like. It's not too exciting right now. You're going to see one little area where the drywall is not painted or taped and spackled. That is because we're actually putting wall tile there, so we don't actually want to put compound in a place where we're going to put some thin set in those areas. It doesn't adhere properly. The nice green board will allow a good smooth surface for the tile to actually stick to. This place is going to get a lot more exciting as we install our cabinets. We have the kitchen finished. This is really, really exciting. We have the refrigerator panel here, the full kitchen setup. The countertop is in. All that needs to get done now is the preparation work. We're gonna stain it, seal it, all those great things. I'm gonna walk you through how we completed this job, the full story of this project. So this kitchen installation took about 2 days. Now, we worked very, very long hours. The first day we worked 3 guys for 13 hours, plus my time here doing some management. We have about 45 man hours on this project in one day because the guys started at 8 a.m. They finished at 9 p.m. We came back the next day and we actually worked from 8:30 to 6 p.m. So we had another long day for 2 guys. So what this allowed us to do is get the project ready in 2 days. The appliances can now go in, the countertop can be stained, and instead of this being a 4-day project, we got it done in 2 days. Like we said, these cabinets were pre-assembled. They came to the job ready to go right in. There was no building, it was pre-finished. And that's what really expedited this schedule. On a construction build, if we can crunch time as much as possible, we save a lot of money on the back end without having to be here on the job. Likewise, for the owner, you get to move into your space. If it's an investor, you guys get to get in here even faster, and it's a win-win on both sides. Let's check out some of this cabinetry that we have installed. We decided to install a cherry plywood countertop. This really allows us to get the job done quicker, faster. It actually fits the stain colors of the cabinets themselves. It's really cost effective. This plywood 3/4 inch cost around $90 a sheet. We had 2 sheets for this project. And we also put on some hardwood for the finishing edge of the plywood countertop. That way you get a nice finished edge. Like we said, it is cherry, so once we finish this thing off, it's gonna be beautiful matching the appliances. The owner also wanted to go with an open bookcase. This will allow us to store different things, such as spices, or maybe even decorative items, plates, accessories, cups, name it. Now this project was really fun to get going. We have one piece of crown that is missing so far on the refrigerator panel, but that's gonna be coming in very shortly. Overall, you're gonna see behind me right here, we are missing a cabinet and a microwave, but that is actually going to be going in very shortly. The cabinet that came in had some damage to it, so we had to ship it back. That's gonna get replaced in a couple weeks, so that will go in the meantime. Lastly, we still have to cut in for the range. As you can see in the back here, the countertop isn't quite cut in yet, and that's because range is in here, and it's something that we can do after the fact with the plywood countertop. So it's a great ability to have the flexibility and the functionality to get in there and be able to do some of these items after and deal with some of these lead time items that weren't expected, say the damaged cabinet behind me, the range top, and these different items. Like I said, we started with those upper cabinets, placing the locations, getting the center line set up. Then we went in and set those base cabinets, laid it out, got the filler strips in the right locations, both sides, so that way things nice and centered on that wall. Very important. And then we went in and actually screwed in, leveled out the base cabinets, set it in stone. Once we did that, we did the refrigerator panel. We saved that for last because it was on the end of the actual line of cabinets, and that way we can line everything up and then fill in with the filler strips after that. As you can see with these cabinets here, it doesn't really look like there's filler strips everywhere, and that's when you know you did a job right, is that, you know, the 1/2 inch or 3/4 here really blends in. The last thing we did was actually install that plywood countertop, template for the sink. Last project is when we installed the crown. The crown always goes on last and is that finishing piece. Now, the one thing that is hidden in kitchen cabinetry installation that isn't always thought about is the hardware installation, but then also balancing the drawers and doors. So there's always these micro adjustments that need to be made with the doors after they are moved, after they settle, whether they come from a factory or it is new hardware being put on. The hardware always has to be balanced, and that way all the drawers, the doors, they're in the same plane and they look perfect. All right, Momentous family, that was a successful kitchen cabinetry installation. Really hope you enjoyed something, maybe learned something new. As always, we're gonna catch you on the next one as we continue this journey through construction and real estate.